Bear in mind that your competition is yourself. People will come and go as needed because someone will catch you if you don't shut off your mind. When you break, you don't lose. At times, you gain clarity. In this process of changing yourself, you will surely have to pay for it all. Isolation. Surviving days which you thought would never end is winning itself and must be displayed as a trophy. You will in fact lose a lot of love. But oh well, such is life with its many components. Don't worry too much about their acceptance because silence is equally dangerously suffocating as sharing. While even angels are people whom, for the most part, simply do not care, and some wish to see you fail. Exercise kindness, but defend yourself from being used as a wall by some swordsmen, so no swordsman for shields. Be unhappy, but better be authentically unhappy for the real you rather than fake one. Stop putting effort to changing people's perception because you risk your finances if they fill this fictive war. If solitude is indeed a negative feeling, then remove those who create that notion. Better to have no companions than bad ones. Leave your past in the past. Don't let it destroy the present. Anger is just misplaced energy that serves no purpose when kept bottled up. No one will have total control of your life. It is for you to take. Do not feel exhausted from defeats or fights, for these are also referred to as lessons. In this life, in the absence of assistance, learn to depend on yourself. Being focused on money will aid you in navigating through numerous roadblocks. Cherish your time, as some people do not deserve it. How others think of you does not concern you, it's none of your concern. While you cannot change the way things began, you can choose to start changing the way things end from this very moment. The sensation of lacking people around enables you to discover yourself. Sometimes the realization that you have to see a person as they are, instead of how you want them to look, is best. Never pretend to be someone else put on a mask. Do not hurry, take your time. There's no need to hate anyone. Life is too short to even waste a single moment of your time in doing so. You may grow stronger due to some horrible experiences you went through, and those may end up being your greatest moments. There is no reason to be envious of something you probably possess in abundance. You might get assistance as pertaining to reaching out. You cannot say you know something and be apathetic to the idea that empathy comes before truth, because truthfulness means that there is no base for fabrication. It is true, life is not just, but it doesn't mean that it is not benefic. One will struggle to achieve something worthwhile without having a good amount of courage or the ability to take risks. You do not have to listen. Attention instead should be on actions, as words do not have value. Do not hesitate to be prudent. Increased net worth is indisputable. Money does not just improve efficiency, it literally propels the ease of accomplishing tasks. If you have absolute control of your mind, then anything and everything can be managed in life. When one doesn't care for you, means it is their context in the end. It isn't necessary to share all things. Some require quietude to heal, that needs to be learned. Do not expect anything, and you will not be let down as a life rule. If you do indeed imagine quotes directed on social media which lead to deep thinking, then you will be glad to get the best quotes intended to not only provide comfort, but inspiration in trying times. Rely on believing that there are problems with timing. Everything comes around in the right context and the right time. So have faith and do not be in a rush. There's always a possibility to fail, but failure shouldn't be a lasting view, but rather a bruise. Your victory will overshadow the gossip. Those should be distracting. They are toxic and unnecessary for the development of healthy relationships. Across the entire life, the never-ending probabilities of attachment becomes close-dip pain, which can become a route to suffering. Time is cool in a way that it reveals your value to people you find important in a matter of seconds. There's this saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. The understanding of that is rather straightforward. Those that had to suffer the consequences, shame is temporary. You will always remember the wisdom people fetch out for you not to deal with people bound to crush you. When you call yourself a castle, I understand that not every coin has multilateral value, which I get almost everyone would think about in regard to the money, but it takes out certain big obstacles. There are life's terms, and however smart a person is, being arrogant is not the path to take. You can afford to be self-absorbed, but do not forget that humility must always come before success. Strive to joyfully embrace the good and kind heart within you. Ensure that you do not detest that. As confusing as it may come, balance greatly enables people to choose friend, customize their own gravestones. For those who appreciate having a better category of people, their achievements come quicker. Suggesting someone remains single due to misplaced reasoning appears to be unfair, but it is better off this way if loyalty can be assured. The individual cannot be seeing anyone else. Here, I happen to agree with the common saying, good is to be awaited, but whatever is done, appreciate. Surveying one's life extends them inner peace, while gratitude serves as a constant reminder, offset no simple achievements still unattainable. It remains a fact that those devoid of believing in hard work add luck as a known attribute. And this is the mark of neglecting mere ambition. Quite simply put, work is undeniably easy. The approach is intuitive. Simply put in focus a better group of individuals. Most argue that what someone does has an impact on you, when that is the exact opposite. A pro-like compassion should allow someone to grasp a situation instead of exploding in anger. But do not confuse this with being someone whose clear intentions will be for amusement throughout this sermon. If you mean to say no, then say no. Do not at any point say maybe. Trust someone when they show you who they are portraying for the first time. Your reasoning powers must surpass your feelings and emotions. It is inappropriate to take pride in success while also feeling hopeless in failure. Self-respect among the sought ways is crucially earned through self-discipline. If you are a giver, try knowing that givers are few and takers are many. You do not have to explain anything to anyone at any place in the whole world. People tend to be attentive for comments, but never for insults. Comments can be taken, but disrespect cannot be allowed. What does surely bring gratefulness is patience, and certainly does not allow causing sensations. Proper order in cases with unnecessary conflict does not allow one to simply walk away from desired results. Indeed, knowing that waiting is almost unbearable, so is dealing with regret. Every time anger strikes is met with a choice, remaining silent speaks power. Life can be categorized into three groups of people: those who observe, those take charge and do something about the situation, and those left wondering what happened. Even when you are in the middle of what feels like a crisis, you should still remain strong. Society will form their opinions, so go out and do as you desire. Winning arguments is not necessary, and agreeing to disagree should suffice. Regrets are for the flakers. Life experiences will teach you everything, so regret nothing. Acceptance is what matters, because worrying will allow for no resolutions. While it is best to lower expectations, so every outcome feels like a pleasant surprise, acceptance is what matters. When calm, a person must retain the understanding that a genuine interest in others fosters interest back. One do often fall short once in a while, but they always learn and grow. Hatred, in my eyes, is destructive only to the one who holds it. When trust is lost, it is because the individual believed in not realizing the truth. A person's dreams can only be realized by them. Remove the pain, but hold on to whatever intellect born out of it, and cement it. Real strength lies within being able to control other people. But true power comes in self-restraint. There is a limit that even the most empathetic individual possesses when it comes to action, requiring some form of culmination. It is of secondary significance to the point of action. Do not let your mind control you. Control your mind. Close your mouth to silence it. To be powerful is to do that. Power is to know that some actions must never be done spontaneously if the best result is to be achieved. First, tackle the hardest challenge. Only death is permanent. If you are not sexually active, then you are a fool. Patience is what allows the one who thinks he knows everything to ultimately reveal the truth. Everything worthwhile has us waiting forever. Do not look back and wish you had not lived this kid of day, because each day is a step towards something better. Even if it is a joyous day or a day of learning new lessons. The latter is the best teacher in reality. There is the one mistake that ruins a lifetime claim burden made away from any expectation, which is avoid forcing changeable perceptions from others onto you. What goes around comes around when seeking society's answers, and how curing ailments is only temporary. In all likelihood, it does not understand even a fraction of its actions. Ultimately, suffering is a form of fortitude. No one has to accompany you. Solitary enjoyment is reserved for hopes and expectation. The family you forge will, and always will, override your biological family. Life is a finite resource. Cherish every moment. Acceptance is a rare love. Embrace it. Destruction comes in the form of anger. Release it. Anger is something to be dealt with. It is dreadful. Photographs can also be cherished. Experience them again.